So we're back for another VGC guide, and this time we are looking at both Magmar and Magmortar, because both of them finally got Follow Me back. After however many generations, getting it in XD, Gale of Darkness, getting Follow Me, one of the best moves we have in VGC, and then just not being legal for, what, 4 generations, I guess? Because in Generation 5, it took 4 generations to get back. Generation 5, it was allowed. But then Generation 6, it lost it, and finally here in Generation 9, it's got it back. But then you could just use Hearthflame Ogerpon. So it's got a bit of competition now. If Ogerpon didn't exist, then this would probably be used a lot more than it would have been otherwise. But because Ogerpon exists, that's the premier Follow Me user. Magmar still does have its niche though. So Follow Me with Flame Body is pretty sweet, because you can redirect all the physical moves into Magmar, and then they have a 30% chance of being burned. So not only do you keep your partner safe, you also could keep them safe in future turns with just one Follow Me, if you do snag that burn. If you're redirecting something like an Urshifu, a Rapid Strike Urshifu, you got 3 chances of activating the Flame Body, and then that's a pretty significant chance to be able to get that burn. You can turn into a Grass type, or whatever other type that resists water you would want. Grass is probably the best, but then if you resist that, you're taking not much damage from the Surging Strikes, and you're getting a very good chance to burn them. Should be living the Surging Strikes as well with this defense, unless they go for like in the rain, or if it's like Misty Water, Terra Water kind of thing. But just a regular old Surging Strike should be able to live, and then try and get the Flame Body. But even still, if they are the Terra Water, Mystic Water set, you could burn them on the first hit, and then you'll survive. So it's still entirely possible, which is quite nice. Like, the bulk you get with Eviolite is significant. You'll be able to survive a lot of hits that you really wouldn't expect to be able to. Overheat is your best damaging move. It really should be Overheat. Because you want to invest in your defenses, you don't invest into special attack. Therefore, you're just going to do pitiful damage with something like a Flamethrower. It kind of needs to be Overheat to be able to do noticeable damage. Follow Me, as mentioned, that should be on every single Magmar, absolutely guaranteed, and Magmortar for that matter as well. Helping Hand and Follow Me is a very good combination, because that's going to help support Pokemon a lot. Follow Me is going to keep them safe, and if you're still around on the next turn, you can increase the damage, however, even further to tip some of the setup Pokemon that only get like +1 into KOs. So Helping Hand and Follow Me, very good combination. Then rounding it off with whatever you want. Will-O-Wisp is a good move to get, or even more guaranteed burns on top of the Flame Body, to be able to really cripple those physical attackers too. So basically, the Magmar should run Follow Me and Fire Move, and then the other 2 are basically open to interpretation. That is identical to Magmortar. Like, this is not a recommended moveset. These are other moves that could fit onto this moveset, which could, like, this moveset is entirely viable for Magmortar, and basically the same thing. Like, the sets are interchangeable. I just didn't put the same thing, because they are basically the same. However, Magmortar, the thing it has over Magmar is much more special attack. Like, your Overheat / Burning Jealousy, whatever you're going to have, is going to be way stronger. But you do lose a bit of bulk. Even with the Citrus Berry kind of patching it up, Magmar's Eviolite is much more defensive than the Magmortar would be. Citrus Berry evens it out enough, though. So if you want the extra special attack, then definitely go with Magmortar. Do note that you sacrifice some speed. So this Magmar will be able to outspeed a few things. Like, between 103 and 114 is a reasonable amount of Pokemon that will just want to outspeed Scarf Landorus and Tailwind, and so on and so on. So there will be a few that Magmar will outspeed and get the Will-O-Wisp off before the Magmortar will. So there are other moves that are usable. If you don't want to rely on the shaky accuracy of Overheats, Burning Jealousy is a good, technically, support attack while doing some okay chip damage as well. Breaks Focus Sashes, it's going to be better on Magmortar and Magma than Heatwave would be, because this is also supportive. Because if they are trying to set up in front of Magmortar, then you get the burn on them as well. So even more ways of burning the opponents. Clear Smog would be able to stop that setup, so you could burn them on the turn that they set up, and then you can just get rid of it on the second turn, which is quite nice. Acid Spray is basically like Fake Tears. Probably have Acid Spray on Magmar more, because that's more likely to outspeed some things before they would attack. So you can get the Acid Spray before your special attacks would hit them. Acid Spray also helps out the Magmortar as well, because then your Overheats actually be able to do some pretty significant damage as well. Taunt just to shut down all the shenanigans that can happen too, and obviously Protect would be very viable on either of these sets as well. So basically, you should have Follow Me, guaranteed. You should have Fire Move. It should probably be Overheat or Burn Jealousy, and then take your pick of the other support moves that they would want to go for. But now they've got Follow Me back, they are much more viable. It is just a shame that Ogerpon Hearthflame actually arrived before they came back with Follow Me, because at this point, you're probably going Ogerpon. These definitely do have their place though.